Welcome, everyone. Happy Monday. Happy Martin Luther King Day. And I'm glad we can practice together. We'll move through a vinyasa flow. And as we always do, just go at your own pace and do what feels good for you. And enjoy it. Enjoy it as much as you can. So let's begin by turning inward and finding out where we're starting from. We start where we are. To go inward, the breath is one of your best bridges. The breath comes through the nose, and you're following it in and out. In and out. Your awareness of breath takes you into your body, and you will notice sensations: streaming, flowing, tingling, pulsing. Where in your body can you feel those sensations? Maybe it's an itch. Maybe it's a full bladder or an upset stomach or your heartbeat. What about your physical body can you notice right now? Tenderness or soreness? Those areas that feel numb, we're aware of that too. And your mood, your feeling state today as you arrive on your mat. How do you feel? What are the three most predominant feelings right now? And then we tune into our mind, our chitta vrittis, our thought waves. Where is our mind being pulled towards? What are we giving our attention to, whether it's consciously or unconsciously? Can you notice a link between what you're giving your attention to, how you feel emotionally, and how you feel in your body? And then hold all that you're noticing with witness awareness, your witness consciousness. Sees your thoughts, sees your emotions, sees your body and your breath. And from this more expanded state of self, what is your intention? What's bringing you to your mat today? What would you like to cultivate? I'm cultivating surrender and letting go. Whatever your intention is, it could be a word or a phrase. Breathe with it. Follow your breath in and out and begin to deepen it, filling your lungs from the bottom all the way to the top as you inhale. And exhaling, chest through the ribs, navel to spine. Exhale fully. And inhale, abdomen out. Ribs expand, chest opens. Fill. Hold the breath in as you fill. Pull more breath in. And And exhale. Every bit of breath gets pressed out. Hold the breath out. Press more out. Hold. Inhale, fill. Pull more in and hold. Exhale slowly and completely. Press the breath out, hold. Empty. Breathe in again, inhale. Fill up, hold in, sip in more, hold. Exhale. Exhale, exhale. And then we'll inhale and say Om together. Breathe in. You have your intention, but can you tune into what you already are? You already are feeling or have or are experiencing that you're grateful for. What assets are working in your favor? What quality are you already embodying that perhaps you just want to turn up a little bit louder? So you can also honor that aspect of where you are as we begin. All of you already have so many brilliant, bright, beautiful, clear qualities. Great. Another breath in, and we'll shift around into downward facing dog. So in any way that you want to get there, come into downward dog and begin to move. Pedal the feet, shake your head out, lengthen through the neck. Massage yourself into it. Work yourself into it. Feet pedaling. Come through center. Inhale, gaze up between the hands and shift your weight forward into plank. Hold. Let the hips drop towards the earth. The toes stay tucked under. The heart lifts. Gaze forward. You might be in your tiptoes. Heels are lifted. Hold. Breath. Exhale, knees drop to the mat. Untuck the toes. Child's pose. Sit on your heels. Let the arms be long, forehead down. Inhale and sit up. You're on your feet. The toes are still pointing. You just drag your hands back behind you. Flip your fingertips away from you. Palms are up off the ground. Lift your heart, lift your chin, supported back bend. Allow the head to fall back. Squeeze shoulder blades together. Experiencing the opening along the front of the body. Inhale, and you'll begin to Drop the chin towards the chest. Lower the chest down. We come back up. So we're sitting on our heels, and we'll slide our arms forward along our mat. Let the elbows drop down. Slide through chin and chest, through the arms. Keep the toes tucked and lift into your cobra. Any version of cobra that you'd like. Gaze can be forward or head can lift up and back. Breath. Exhale, lower, chest down, forehead down to the mat, pause. Inhale, push into your hands, press up into hands and knees, and again sit down on your heels, child's pose. Forehead to the mat again. Stay down and low and walk yourself over to the right. Your hips will move to the left slightly. Left shoulder drops towards the ground. The more you drop the left shoulder, the deeper the stretches along the left side of your body. Inhale, and you'll walk your hands through forward again. And as you exhale, we keep walking over to the left, turning and twisting. Now the hips shift slightly to the right, and the right shoulder drops towards the mat. Hold. Inhale, walk your arms forward. We again look up between the hands and slide through in cobra, elbows down. Sliding chest and chin, hands are under shoulders. Inhale, lift, cobra. Shoulders drop, elbows in, gaze up and back. Breath, keep it there, hold. Stay with the edge, maybe lift a little higher and get back on the edge. What happens when you soften in your belly? Exhale, lower, slow, back down. Abdomen, chest, forehead. Stack the hands, turn your head to the right. Rest here, neutral. The right knee, slide it out to the side and up. Your right knee is bent at a 90-degree angle from your hip. The left leg is still long along the ground. Feel the left knee slide to the right knee to slide to the right away from you. Head turns forward again, and then we press into our hands and lift up. I'm keeping my right knee out to the side at an angle. Hands are in Sphinx pose. Your elbows are on the ground. Press into the right hand to lift the right elbow off the mat. And then the left arm slides under the window of the right arm to reach for the right knee that's bent out to the side. Left shoulder will come to the ground, and then right shoulder and arm opens to the left. So we're in a version of a spinal twist. Holding right knee and thigh with left hand. Right arm opens to the left. Turn and look to the left. Feel this twist through the upper spine. right hand, inhale it up towards the sky. Exhale it back to the floor. Push into the right hand, peel the left arm out, and then we slide the right leg down, back next to the left. And we're here at our elbows again in Sphinx. Stay in the elbows, pull the elbows back, feel the heart reach forward, chin lifts slightly, and then seal, press into your hands, and lift the elbows away from the ground. Your hands are angled out away from each other. My hands are about 1.5 feet, 2 feet apart in seal. Chin up. Feel too like you're pulling the hands back, and that will open up through the front of the chest even more. At least that's how I feel it in my body. Five more breaths. Your fifth exhalation lowers you down, elbows bend, abdomen comes down, hands stack, rest forehead on hands, straight spine, release and soften. Left leg, slide your left knee out and opens the left as you turn your head to the left. Rest here. Right leg is long, left knee is bent. Parallel with the left hip. Left knee slides out to the left. Left ankle is about in line with the left knee, so you're making like a full 90-degree with your lower leg and your thigh. We'll keep the left leg where it is. Turn the head forward. Press into the hands, lift into the elbows. Knee stays out to the side. Press into left hand, lift the left elbow up off the ground, slide the right arm under the window, right hand to left knee and thigh, and left arm opens to the right. And we're in our twist again. Hold. Loosen in the chest, loosen in the upper spine, the neck, the jaw. Keep energy moving through your body. Wiggle your toes. Left arm, inhale up in the air, exhale it back down. Slide the left leg down, roll back onto your belly, bring the right arm back out, and this time when you come into your elbows, lift your hips, walk your knees forward, and bring yourself into another child's pose. Thighs are together. Sit on your heels, hands back by your feet, palms can stay up. Backs of your hands to the mat, or sometimes I'll take my hands and interlace my fingers, like hook them together through the soles of my feet, through the arches of my feet. If you can get your hands there, you can connect them too in this bind. If you interlace your fingers, release the fingers. Come back again to just palms up by the feet, forehead to the mat. Keep your arms in your hands passive. Engage the core. Low belly pulls in. Inhale, lift up so that you're sitting on the heels. Hands will now come to your thighs. Palms are up. Inhale, shoulders to your ears. And exhale, shoulders down the back. Let me pause and receive. Good. Exhale, hands down to the thighs. Palms are down. Slide the hands off your thighs, back onto the mat. Come forward, hands and knees, tabletop. Let's tuck our toes under. Inhale, float the knees. Exhale, slide hips to the heels as the arms come into a diagonal, and then straighten legs, and we're back in downward facing dog. This downward dog holds still and steady. Right leg floated up and back. Push through the right heel. Keep the right hip and shoulder squared in line with the left. So we're staying pretty angular. Foot is flexed. Shoulders and hips are squared. Keep grounding into the hands, lifting the hips up and back. Right toes, point them now. Bend the right knee as you come into core plank, shoulders over wrists, thigh to chest, tuck in, forehead to knee. Look down between the hands, step right foot down. For your lunge, come into your peace fingers, start to lengthen from the crown of the head through the sacrum. Feel the right hip crease pull back. Lift your hands up off the mat, don't move the torso or your chest. And we'll come up, high lunge, arms come up, fingers together, push through left heel, engage left quad. Hands to heart as you exhale, gliding the hands down. Keep the hands to the heart, thumbs pressing into sternum, elbows tucked in by your sides like little bird wings that are closed. And the left knee, exhale it to the mat. You're bending down. We're going up and down 10 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, up. And then down, right knee will, or left knee will come all the way to the mat. Whew. Lift your left foot up off the mat. Keep your hands at your heart. So see if you can balance on your left knee. If you need cushion for your left knee, you can put a blanket under or fold the left edge of the mat under. And then little pulses with your heel towards your glute. My foot's barely moving, it's just a couple inches. Notice where you feel this in the back of your left leg, in the front of your left leg. Gentle with the knee though. Okay, hands come down to the mat, fold down. Keep that left foot in the air. Back behind you, right hand will reach out to the right and around to the left to hold your right toes. My left hand is on the ground inside of my right foot. So I'm turning to the right, holding my left foot with my right hand and pulling heel towards my glute. My right foot is standing on the ground, but you could come into the outer edge of the right foot and start to twist more to the right as a variation. Deep breaths. Start to release. Release your foot from your hands. Turn forward, hands down. Slowly lower the left foot down. And then slide right foot to left, and we'll lower again into a child's pose. Just sink down, chest on thighs. Hand placement is optional for you. Inhale, hands and knees. Lift the hips up. Exhale, toes tuck. Knees lift. Downward dog. Lengthen, hold. Be steady and still. Left leg floats up. Keep the left foot flexed. Stay square, closed in your shoulders and your hips. Point the left toes. Bend the left knee, and now we come forward. Shoulders over wrist, thigh to chest. Tuck in, forehead to the knee. And then gaze between the hands and step foot down. Good. We're pausing here in our lunge. Come into peace fingers. And then float the arms. Torso doesn't move. Palms are down. And we rise slowly up. High lunge. Arms up. Settle into the hips. Deepen. Left knee over left ankle. Right heel pushes back. Right quad engages. Exhale, hands to the heart. Thumbs touch the sternum, elbows tuck in. Inhale, exhale, right knee down to the mat. We're almost down. 10 times. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and then lower down. Good. Pause. Point the right toes, and then we bend the right knee and lift the right knee up. If you need to support your right knee, do. Squeeze in through the thighs. The more you pull up through your pelvic floor, the more you can lift up out of sagging into the belly. And then little pulses, heel towards your bottom. Mindful of the right knee. Exhale, hands down. Release the right foot down. Take a moment, feel all those sensations in your legs. And then right hand inside of the right foot. Left arm reaches out to the left and then turns and twists around to hold the right foot. Pull the heel in, twist to the left. Left foot can stay planted, or what happens when you come into the outer edge of the left foot. Release and start to turn forward. Release your hand from your foot. Left hand to the outside of the left foot. This time, slide your left foot to right and go into a wide child's pose. And you'll lower your chest through your thighs. You can bring head to the mat or head to your hands. Let's inhale, look up, come into hands and knees. Keep the knees wide. You're lowering yourself down onto your belly, onto your hips. So my knees are wide, my legs are wide. Back into my elbows. Turn around, look over, look at your legs, and you want your legs to be about as wide apart as your mat. So mine were a little too wide, and I brought them back in. You can rock right to left, right hip to left hip, right thigh to left thigh, like a boat that's on the ocean, getting tossed in the waves. Massaging your hip flexors and your thighs along the mat. Then we find stillness and half frog, this version of frog. The right knee bends, right foot comes up. I lean into my left elbow. Take the left hand and angle it more to the right side of the mat. Then you lean to the left, take hold of the right foot with the right hand, and then drop the right hip again. Begin to turn forward, and you pull your heel, right heel, towards the right outer hip. And my fingers are forward over my toes, my right toes. So in my left elbow, left hand, gazing forward, hips are squared. Right heel is pulling down to the outer right cheek. Stay lifted in the chest if possible. Exhale, release right foot, back down, come into the right elbow again. Lower your foot all the way down. Shoulder blades squeeze in towards each other. Elbows drop into the mat. Chest drops down. Head drops down. Resetting before we move into the other side. So just come into neutral alignment with your spine, so you're not turning right or left. Inhale, push into elbows again, lift the chest, lift the head. Right hand, angle it towards the left side of your mat, so it's not straight in line with the wrist or the elbow. It's over by the left. And then you can lean to the right, bend the left knee, take hold of the left foot, and then we start to turn forward again. Drop the left hip. Left heel to outer left glute. If you can, the palm of your left hand is on the top of your foot, and your left toes are covered by your left fingers. The more that you push down into your right elbow and your left thigh, the more you'll lift up in the chest. A few more breaths. Exhale, release the foot. Bring the left elbow back down, lower the leg, and let's lower our chest all the way down. Stack the hands again, forehead to the hands. Your chest flattens as much as possible, like a pancake getting smashed down, or a little panini getting squeezed. Flatten out. Drop even more. Just surrender. Drop down. Hands come under the shoulders. Let's push up, hands and knees. Inhale. Exhale, slide yourself back so that you're sitting on your heels again. So you're sitting up. Pause. Hands can be palm down or palm up on your thighs. Shoulders roll down the back. Keep them there. Follow the sensations in your bodies, the streaming, the tingling, the pulsing. Deep breath, belly to chest. Exhale, chest to belly. Notice if there's any parts of the body that feel uneven. Right shoulder or left shoulder, right or left arm, right or left hip or thigh. Is there any difference in what you notice side to side? And then open your eyes and stand up on your knees. So lift the hips. You're standing on your knees. We've been prepping ourselves for camel pose, for Ustrasana. So you're standing on your knees. Option is to have a block, if you've got one handy, and you can squeeze it between your thighs, the upper thighs, like that, right here. Some people like to have the block between their feet back here, top their feet, find alignment, or you don't need to use the block at all. If you're feeling tenderness in your knees, just standing on your knees, scoot a blanket under your knees, or you can always fold your mat back a couple times, and that creates more cushion too. And that can give a lot of help. So make sure knees and hips are aligned, your knees aren't too wide, and then ankles are behind the knees. Toes can be pointed or toes can be tucked. So you can see when I tuck my toes, my ankles get higher, and that can help if I want to get my hands all the way back to my ankles, because my ankles are higher. There's less far to go. So as we begin, bring your hands to the backs of your thighs, just like this, palms down. And you'll begin to slide the right fingers towards the left knee, and then back up, and then the left fingers towards the left knee crease as the right hand comes up. So you're going back and forth along the back of the thighs. My right fingers are going to touch the right knee crease, and then my fingers crawl back to my calf. And then back up, and then left, and my fingers crawl to my calf, and then in and up. So I'm slowly creeping my fingers to my ankle now on each side as you lean back. And then if you get to your heels, like I can touch my left fingers to my left heel, I'm going to keep my hands there. Hips are squared forward, and my right arm will come up to the sky and then sweep out and back around. Now both of my hands are on my ankles. My hips are pressing forward. Heart lifts, chin is in still. If it feels comfortable, you can tilt the chin back. Going into the full expression of Ustrasana, camel. Keep the hips pressing forward, thighs pressing forward. To come out, take a hand, reach it towards the ceiling, grab an invisible sky hook, and let that pull you up. So you're tall. If you tucked your toes, point them again. And then we just lower down and sit hips on heels In a neutral position, rest hands on thighs, palms up or down. Close the eyes. Draw the chin in. Lift through the back of the skull. Spine is straight. And then we feel again. What sensations do you notice in your body? Where are they? Slow, steady, even breath in and out. Okay, nice job with your camel. We're going to go into it another time. And so before we do, I'm curious if any of you have questions about it. No? Okay. So then let's rise up again onto our knees. This is a big pose. This is a really big peak pose. I feel that way about this pose. It's a big one. It's a big one. So we're going to prep for it again. You can use the block if you'd like. Knees are under hips. Glutes are slightly toned and squeezed. Let's tuck under the toes this time, and we'll start with our hands at heart center, thumbs to the heart, and feel like you're pressing your chest into your thumbs. So you're arching in the low back as the hips begin to press forward. And then the hands will come up and out to the side as you begin to lean back, hands to the ankles, to the heels, and then lift in the upper back as much as you can. Lift up, upper back, so not just low back. Drop the head if you'd like. Remember your intention. If you want to play with different variations of camel, you can. You're welcome to. And then we'll come up the same way. You reach your hand up, left hand up, grab that invisible sky hook, let it pull you up, tall spine, and then we slowly lower down, release the toes, you're on the tops of the feet, and sit hips on heels, hands on thighs, pointer fingers and thumbs touch this time. Engage Mula Bandha. And shift your gaze to the third eye. Focus on the Ajna chakra. And all the energy that was unleashed gets pulled to this gateway, this spiritual gateway. Focus on third eye. Engage Mula Bandha. Soften shoulders, soften face. Polish the mirror of your awareness. become more discerning with your awareness, more focused. Your awareness is your true currency. Exhale, release hands, palms down on the thighs. Soften the inner gaze. Drop your hips to the left so that you can slide your feet out from underneath you and around. Now you're sitting on your bottom, feet together. Flap your knees up and down, little butterfly wings as you hold your toes. Inhale, breath pulls you up, and exhale as you fold into butterfly. Go slow with it. If you want your forehead on your block, you can, or other props, always you're welcome to. Chin towards the chest, the spine is now rounding forward. Inhale and we'll come up. Hold your big toes as you rise up. Start to shift back and the feet lift up off the ground. You're balancing for a moment on your sits bones, feet lifted. Holding the big toes, spinal rocking. Exhale, chin towards chest, start to round the spine in and rock along the left side of the spine and then back up. And then along the right side of the spine and back up. So we're holding our big toes and rocking along right and left sides of the spine. So we go up and down, trying to curve the spine fully so every part of your spine touches the mat. There's not parts that you're skipping over. Don't roll into your neck. Just go as far as the shoulders. Okay, roll back. And then release your hands from your feet and lower the feet down to the mat. Drop your knees together in towards each other. Your feet are wide apart. And rest right there for a moment. Okay. Then we'll separate our knees, scoot the feet in line with the hips, prepping for shoulder stand. So your hands are down by your thighs. When you're ready, feet up off the ground, and then hike up through the hips, hands to the kidneys, the low back, legs up. Yeah, get there in the way that's best for you all. And when you get into your shoulder stand, it's all you. So you can be in shoulder stand as long as you'd like. Variations of shoulder stand. One-legged, two-legged, open legs, eagle legs. And then plow, of course, as a possibility. Nice, everyone, looks great. And you're asking your body, what more does it need? What more would it like before Shavasana? Stay in tune with energy, feeling, releasing, opening. Okay. Another minute or so there. When you come into rest and stillness, treat your body well. If it needs blankets, socks, sweaters, a pillow, give it what it needs. Then we check in again as we lie down. How does the body feel? There's no shoulding, there's no needs. It's simply curiosity. Breathe in nose and out mouth. Letting go of any residual tension. Inviting what wants to go to go. An energetic weighted blanket gets placed on top of you. Dropping down and down, heavy bones, weighted body. Feel the earth below you. Imagine the whole globe of the earth, all that landmass underneath you. And you're one place within it all. Gratitude for the earth, for your place on it. And returning to your elemental sense as you sink into the earth. Fire, water, air, earth, ether. Beyond the form of the body, just the ingredients. The raw ingredients. And the current of prana, that's you. The current of prana that your individual consciousness flows upon. pure prana stream, bright and sparkly, glittery, clear, vibrant, radiant. Feeling whole and complete onto yourself. This individual stream that you are is always connected to Source, like every river flows to the ocean. Feeling interconnected with the web of life. You're always a part of it. May you play your part with more clarity, more love, more intention, more presence. Connect your stream to the great source. Oneness, the absolute, void, nothingness, Atman. Feel your individual pulse within the sea of everything. Feel the breath. Riding the breath to your body. Feel your body beginning to blossom up out of the earth, those core elements making your physical form. Everything in balance, a sense of integration and harmony. Fuller breath, moving fingers and toes, wrists and ankles, head right and left, tongue in your mouth, arms and legs. Good. Stretching. Take up a big stretch through the body. Let out any sounds. Roll to your side. A new day, a new moment. As you grow tall again and sit up, just take notes. How do you feel now? What's your emotional state now? Pull your energy into the heart chakra. Feel the warmth glowing there, the emerald green energy, joy and gratitude. With joy and gratitude carrying us forward, we'll close with the sound of Om together. Inhale. We'll bring our hands to our hearts, palms together. Hari Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Peace, peace, peace. Namaste. Namaste, friends. Have a beautiful, beautiful day. Thank you for joining me.